Hi guys, it's Samantha. From an island full of miniature deer to a place where residents have to carry gas masks everywhere they go. Here are the most interesting islands on Earth.
Number 13. TASHIROJIMA, also known as Cat Island. This little landmass is located in the Pacific Ocean.
The island is inhabited by only 100 people, which decreased from about 1,000 people in the 1950s.
You probably guessed this already, but it got the nickname Cat Island by its significant population of stray cats. The felines were originally kept to chase mice away from the silkworms used to make textiles in the Edo period. Since the cats weren't neutered, they kept multiplying. There are far more cats on the island nowadays than there are people. They allegedly outnumber their human counterparts 6 to 1. The locals take care of the furry creatures because they believe that feeding them well results in good fortune and wealth, and they even built a shrine dedicated to the felines in the center of the island. Over 80% of the human inhabitants on the island are considered elderly, so the villages on the island are called terminal because the population is threatened. Number 12. Santa Cruz del Islote. This man-made island in the San Bernardino archipelago off the coast of Bolivar in Colombia, it is one of the most densely populated islands on the planet due to its minuscule size and large number of inhabitants. It is about 700 feet long and 390 feet wide. About 18 families live here in just under 100 houses. There is only one school on the island and a single teacher. There is also only one restaurant that doubles as a port, and a cross in the center of the island is what gives it its name. The island's inhabitants make their livings by fishing, cleaning, cooking, and tourism. Where do visitors stay, you ask? In hotels on islands nearby. The majority of the population is made up of young people, and they all seem very happy and full of life. According to an article in The Guardian, they don't have to worry about violence or crimes, and there are seemingly endless parties nearly every night. However, as opposed to their elders, much of the younger generation on Santa Cruz del Islote plans to leave the island and move to the mainland. Number 11. Miyake-Jima. This island is in the Philippine Sea, about 110 miles southeast of Japan. Miyake-Jima is a stratovolcano, meaning it's made of several layers of solidified lava that date all the way back to the Pleistocene, which was about 15,000 years ago. The entire coastline of the island is around 24 miles, and its average diameter is approximately 5 miles. In the span of 500 years, the volcano, Mount Oyama, has erupted 13 times. The most recent eruption was in 2000, and the islanders were forced to leave until February 2005, after emissions had stopped. However, since the explosion, a continual flow of sulfur dioxide comes out of Mount Oyama. So the locals always have to carry gas masks, but they only have to wear them if the toxic gas levels increase, in which case the alarms are sounded. Number 10. THILAFUSHI. THILAFUSHI is a man-made island in the Maldives, west of Male, the capital. It started as a lagoon that was about 4 miles long and 650 feet wide. It became an island after people came up with the solution to the garbage disposal issues of Male City in the 1990s. In 1992, THILAFUSHI became an official dump and received its first load of trash, which led to its nickname, Rubbish Island.
For about 20 years, almost 330 tons of garbage was brought to the area every day, and its daily growth was about 10 square feet. Nowadays, THILAFUSHI is about 4.5 million square feet. In 1997, the government started leasing the land to entrepreneurs who could use it for industrial reasons, including cement packing, manufacturing boats, and bottling methane gas. But despite its usefulness for factories, the garbage has created tremendous environmental problems. The trash contains things like lead, asbestos, and other hazardous materials that are leaking into the water. The ecological campaign of the Maldives, called Blue Peace, described THILAFUSHI as a toxic bomb, and BBC said the island was apocalyptic in 2012. Number 9. Snake Island. This fascinating place is in the Atlantic Ocean about 21 miles off the coast of Brazil. It is about 110 acres in area. As you might have guessed by its name, this island is full of snakes, specifically the golden lancehead, pit viper. These serpents got stuck on the landmass when sea levels began rising and enveloped the area that attached it to the mainland. Estimates suggest that there is about one snake to every 10 square feet, and a 2015 Discovery Channel documentary said that there are between 2,000 to 4,000 golden lanceheads on the island. Number 8. No Man's Land Fort. This island is also just called No Man's Fort and is near Portsmouth, England. Construction on the fort started in 1865 and ended in 1880. The original purpose of the structure was to help protect against the threat of French invasion by sea. However, by the time it was finished being built, the danger had passed. Later on, the structure was used similarly to a hotel for high-paying visitors. It is very private, being completely isolated. In 2004, it was closed down due to the presence of bacteria in the water system, which can cause illness. In 2006,
2005, they tried to sell the structure before the company fell apart, and in 2008, Harmish Pooney, the alleged owner, locked himself inside to protest the KPMG service company, which ultimately sold the property in 2009. The new owner, Clare & Co., converted it into an official hotel, which opened in 2015. Number 7. Big Major Cay, also known as Pig Island. This unique place is located in Exuma, the Bahamas.
In case you didn't get a clue from the island's nickname, it happens to be populated by wild pigs. In fact, pigs are the only ones that live on this island. No people reside there.
Nobody knows exactly why these animals live on the island because they aren't native. However, there are theories as to why they're there. The most common story is that they were left on Major Cay by soldiers who had actually planned on going back for some bacon later on, but the seamen never returned. So the little piggies ate food that other vessels would throw on the island. Another theory is that the animals survived a shipwreck and swam to shore. Some people even think that the pigs were put on the island to increase tourism and make money. And if that's the case, then their plan worked. Number 6. No Name Key. This island is on the lower part of the Florida Keys in the United States. It is located about 3 miles away from US Highway 1. It was originally known for not being connected to any commercial electricity source, and residents used solar, gas, and diesel to power their homes. But that issue ended in 2013, when they were finally able to plug into the primary power source in Monroe County. No Name Key only has 43 houses and is also home to the key deer, an endangered species. This creature is endemic to the Florida Keys and is a member of the white-tailed deer family. It is the smallest deer in North America, only reaching 44 to 75 pounds and standing up to 30 inches tall at the shoulders. Number 5. Skorpios. This private island is located in the Ionian Sea off the coast of Greece. Skorpios is about 4,900 feet long and 3,300 feet across, but it is abnormally shaped. The island is covered in about 200 different types of trees, which were initially imported by Onassis, a late shipping billionaire, when the land was bare. This landmass is most prominently known as Onassis's private island, and he married Jackie Kennedy there in 1968.
The couple hosted parties on Skorpios, and Jackie had a house built there so she could escape the stresses of daily life.
She was once photographed completely naked on this island by the paparazzi. The island passed to Onassis' daughter, Christina, after he passed away, and then to her daughter, Athena, in 1988. In 2013, Athena sold Skorpios to Ekaterina Rybolovleva, the daughter of a Russian billionaire. The new owner allegedly plans to make the island into a retreat and is currently off limits to tourists. Number 4. UROS Islands. This is a group of 70 islands that were all artificially constructed out of totora reeds. They're found on Lake Titicaca in Peru. The people of the UROS tribe inhabit the islands, and their history goes further back than the Inca civilization. The islands vary in size. The bigger ones can hold about 10 different families, and only 2 to 3 families can live on the smaller ones, which are about 100 feet wide. The islands are held in place via ropes that are attached to sticks stuck in the lake bed. The people have had to add reeds to the top of each island consistently because the bottom ones deteriorate semi-quickly in the water and even faster in the rainy season. The inhabitants have to work even harder nowadays to keep up with the maintenance of their islands because so many tourists visit them. However, they profit from tourism as well. Only about 300 still have homes on the islands, as most of them have moved over to the mainland.
Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, and now back to the video.
Number 3. OKUNOSHIMA. This island is located in the inland sea of Japan. It is also known as Rabbit Island because it has a vast population of, you guessed it, rabbits. These fuzzballs have inhabited the island since after World War II. They were released on purpose when the landmass was converted into a park after the conflict ended. Visitors are forbidden from hunting the bunnies, and people can't bring their dogs or cats on the island. However, OKUNOSHIMA's history is also a significant reason people like to visit it. In 1925, the Institute of Science and Technology of the Imperial Japanese Army started a top-secret program to make chemical armament. They built a plant on the island from 1927 to 1929 to carry out these plans. They even erased OKUNOSHIMA from maps to hide the factory's construction because Japan had signed the Geneva Protocol in 1925, which banned the use of these weapons. The island's fish processing area even transformed into a toxic gas reactor. Many people suffered from the effects of the gases.
Today there is a poison gas museum that was built in 1988 to spread knowledge about these dangerous gases.
Number 2. ASSATEAGUE. This unique island is in the Atlantic Ocean off of the east coast of the Delmarva Peninsula in the United States. It is a barrier island, which means it's a landform made by waves and tides near the seashore. ASSATEAGUE has changed, like all barrier islands, over time, and once was connected to Fenwick Island. But after the Chesapeake-Potomac hurricane in 1993, the islands were separated. They are now over half a mile apart. ASSATEAGUE is now owned by 3 different organizations, including the United States Fish and Wildlife Services, MPS, and Maryland state parks. A large part of the island is the ASSATEAGUE Island National Seashore, which was established to provide a habitat for snow geese and other migratory birds.
People aren't allowed to bring their pets on this island, but there are camping areas available. Plus, people normally go kayaking to take in the wildlife.
There are over 320 types of birds that live on ASSATEAGUE, including the great blue heron, snowy egret, and American oystercatcher. This landmass is also very well known for its population of wild horses. The animals were originally domesticated. A legend states that the present horses' ancestors were survivors of a shipwreck. Number 1. The Island of the Dolls. This haunting place is in the middle of Mexico City between the Xochimilco canals. The small island was initially owned by Don Julian Santana. It got its name in the 1950s when he started hanging dolls in the trees to protect himself from evil spirits. A legend states that a young lady got trapped by the lilies in the canal and drowned. After the girl passed away, Santana started experiencing strange events, which scared him. He thought that the worn dolls would frighten the soul of the woman who drowned. He also hung a doll that he believed she had owned. Then Don Julian began hearing footsteps, wailing, and whispers in the dark. So he continued hanging up the dolls for 50 years to satisfy the woman's spirit.
Over time, the island has become a huge tourist attraction and has been featured various times on television channels like ABC News, Travel Channel, and the Huffington Post.
The allure of this supernatural place makes it number 1 on our list of interesting islands.
Today's featured comment comes from Elizabeth on our Why You Don't Hear About Caitlyn Jenner Anymore video. Thanks for your comment, Elizabeth. Don't forget to leave your thoughts below. I might feature you in a future video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.